be beaming, I be booming down that block. Everywhere you go, you know they know I'm hot.
What's the deal? What's going on, my good people? Welcome back to the channel. Happy Monday. I hope you all are doing well. If this is your first time here, I want to welcome you. Pull up a seat. I hope you enjoy the content. And before we get into this food, I want to ask that you like, comment, share, subscribe, and go ahead and tap that bell while you're at it so you're notified anytime I drop a brand new video, go live, or schedule a premiere. All right, y'all. So today we're keeping things very simple. I got a seafood boil. I was supposed to make something else, but again, I was hungry. Didn't really feel like cooking, so simple it is. Got some mussels, got some shrimp, got some boiled eggs. That's it. And I got two sauces on the side. Two sauces on the side. So we got this sauce here that I made. I'm gonna let you know what's in this one. And then I got some cham dipping sauce. Let me actually show you the bottle. I got the big boy this time. So it's the cham dipping sauce. All right. So let's go ahead and start off with a shrimp. And let's start off with this sauce that I came up with. All right, let me give y'all the first bite because you deserve it. I like that. And I'm gonna tell y'all in just a minute what's in it. Right after this mussel. All right, I had to write the ingredients down so I didn't forget. So this has butter, veggie broth, orange, lemon, cilantro, garlic, jalapeno garlic pepper, Cajun lemon pepper. And the jalapeno garlic pepper is from my company. Cajun lemon pepper is also from my company, Good as Can Be. So I wanted to make a sauce, you know, to include those seasonings. It's real tangy, which I like. I like tang. So if you're a tang person, I think you would enjoy this. If the tang is too much, you know, you could add something in to make it sweet. Maybe like some brown sugar or some honey or something like that. But I'm actually going to add a quick video at the end of this to show you how I made the sauce. And if you're interested in purchasing the seasonings, you already know the link is in the description below. All right, y'all, let me go ahead and get some of this cham sauce. This is actually one of my favorite sauces in the whole wide world. It's so good. And it's spicy. And y'all know I'm not a big fan of spicy, but for this one, I will. This sauce is fine. So again, let me show you the bottle. This is the party size thing. It's huge. This is 16.9 ounces. And it's so good that you might as well get the big one. So I have a link in my description below for that sauce as well. Let me tell y'all what's in it if anybody is just seeing this for the first time. It has fish sauce, lime, garlic, cilantro, Thai chili, vinegar. Bomb. I promise you. Absolutely one of my favorites. I'm making a mess. So what's going on, y'all? How the day going? How was your weekend? My weekend was good. I had a nice weekend. Went to a baby shower yesterday. Congratulations to my cousin Asia. She's pregnant with a baby boy. So it was nice seeing my family. Got out the house for a little bit. We were 100% safe while we were out. Woo, that spice. Let me try both sauces. That tang and that spice together. Ooh, y'all. So today I'm doing a story time. I'm gonna tell y'all about that one time I got a tattoo to save my relationship. Y'all, my mouth is on fire, but it's so good though. I love the cilantro in this sauce that I made. All right, so let me go ahead and get into the story time. So, for y'all that have been around for a while, this story involves Kayla. Now, some of y'all may not know who Kayla is. And if you don't know who Kayla is, she's a part of some story times that I have done in the past. She is a part of, you can go back and listen to these or watch them, I mean. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly is one playlist, and Our Love, Their War features Kayla. She's on there at some point. All right, for those. So, I'm gonna give a little refresher. You know what I'm saying? For some of those that are new, and even the folks that have been around for a while, you may have forgot certain things. So, me and Kayla went in a relationship overall for about 4 or 5 years. And at this point, I'm going to say we were like maybe at the 3-year mark in this relationship. And I remember she came to me one day and was just telling me how she was unhappy. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm unhappy and I can't do this. You know, I don't know if it's really over, like, for good. But I need a little bit of space. You know what I'm saying? She told me she needed space. So she came up with a plan that she was going to go and spend some time with her family on the East Coast and kind of clear her head a little bit and, you know, see what she wanted to do. So I'm like, what? Space? What's that? Like, why you got to go so far to get space? And why you just can't go to your mom's house? You know what I mean? But whatever, I respected the fact that, you know what I'm saying, she wanted to switch up, you know, the setting and environment to kind of clear her head. All right, cool. So she goes to her family's house on the East Coast, and I'm gonna tell you, we never really stopped talking. We talked every single day. And even if it wasn't for a long time, we still talked every single day. So in terms of space, we weren't physically around each other, but we still talked every single day. You know, I knew what was going on with her family, what she was doing, you know, what she had going on in school and all that kind of stuff, right? We would check in with our friends and all that kind of stuff, right? So we still were kind of in our normal routine of talking to each other consistently. And, you know, I was just kind of hanging in the balance, like waiting for her to figure out what she wanted to do. You know, because everything was pretty much up to her at that point because I still wanted the relationship. So, I'm going to say at this point, a month goes by, still talking every day. 2 months goes by, still talking every day. And, you know, I'm not pressing her, but I'm like bringing it up. Like, how you feeling? What's going on? Like, where you at with it? You know, do you want to get back together? Like, how you feeling? And she just kind of was just, you know, I still need time. I'm not sure. You know, I don't think that our story is really over, but I'm not sure, like, you know, what I want to do and whatever. So she was, you know, that's kind of where she was with it. And when we weren't talking about our relationship, like I said, we had a friendship, so we would talk about other stuff. And, you know, I was in my feelings, y'all. Like, my feelings was hurt. First of all, the fact that she stepped away to get space, that she left, and I'm kind of just hanging around, you know what I'm saying? And in the middle of all of this, I end up running into somebody that I used to be in a relationship with. And I see her, and we kind of reconnect, and we're talking or whatever. We're cool, you know. She's kind of got something going on, but kind of not, you know, like it's coming to an end. you know, I don't know, we kind of fell back into an old pattern. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was like my first girlfriend. So it just, you know, we just fell right back into being 18, 19-year-olds again. You know what I'm saying? Like having fun, talking on the phone, going to dinner, stuff like that, right? So we started hanging out again. We kind of started messing around a little bit, right? So in the middle of all this, I kind of started creating space in between me and Kayla, because I'm like, well, you know, you out there doing your thing, thinking, or whatever you got going on. I don't know if you messing around with somebody else or not. You might be. I kind of felt like she was. And, you know, I ran back into somebody that I was, you know, that I had, you know, a relationship with in the past. And, you know, she was getting my mind off of Kayla, right? So I kind of, you know, stepped away from Kayla, like, you know what, I'm falling out of love with you. Maybe the break was exactly what we needed. And we didn't talk for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? At that point, I was giving the other girl all my time, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? I was working, doing my thing with my friends, and, you know, spending my free time with you know, with my ex, my old ex, right? So, and it felt good to kind of get my mind off of Kayla. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I spent so much time just hung up on her and waiting on her decision. You know, I felt like she was controlling the whole situation, pretty much. So anyway, a couple weeks go by, I start missing Kayla. I'm like, what's she doing? Has she moved on? Is she ever coming back to California? Like, I'm kind of just like all over the place with her, you know what I'm saying? So I remember I reached out to her, and I feel like she kind of like ignored my call or something like that at first. Like, she wasn't really messing with me like that. Then finally we ended up talking, and she just kind of sounded a little distant, and I'm like, damn, I'm the one that created this extra space in between us, and now she probably done moved on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so what's up? How you feeling about things? Oh, nothing has changed. You know, I'm still in the same space. You know what I mean? Plus, you sound like you moved on and yada, 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 whatever. And I'm like, nah, like, I'm trying to see what's up. Like, what's up? Like, I would like us to still be together, you know? Well, what happened to the whole thing about you falling out of love with me? Your feelings has changed, and you don't know what you want. So we kind of going back and forth, you know what I mean? So I was just kind of like, how do I get my girl back at this point, right? So, y'all, I went to the mall one day. Coming back from the mall, I'm at a light. I look up, and I look to the right, and the parking lot is a tattoo shop. Yo, I felt like I wanted to do something dramatic. I hadn't even really thought about it. It crossed my mind right when I was at this light. I was like, I'm about to go get this girl's name tattooed to really let her know that I want her back. You know what I'm saying? So I go to the tattoo shop. You know, I don't know nothing about these artists. I have never seen their work before. I'm looking through, you know, folders, and I see pictures or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I want to get a name on my wrist. I sit down. They put her name on my wrist. And I'm like, I really got this girl's name on my wrist. Like, I couldn't believe it as he was doing it. Like, I mean, because once he started doing it, he couldn't stop. You know what I mean? Does the name, you know, bandages me up, whatever, for it to heal. And so, y'all, a couple days go by. Finally, it's kind of healed up a little bit. I could take off the bandage because I wanted to be able to take a really nice picture. You know what I'm saying? So I took a picture, and I was like, I got something to show you. She was like, all right, well, send it to me. So I text her. She gets it while we on the phone. I was like, actually, get my text and call me back. So I texted to her, and she calls me back a couple minutes later. She damn near screaming through the phone, like about to jump through the phone. She was like, what is that? I'm like, it's a tattoo. That's not real. Yes, it is. It is. I got your name tattooed. Like, I want this relationship. I want you to come home. You know what I'm saying? Like, so come home. And y'all, she was so just blown away by it. And it really got her to thinking, y'all, and she came back home. She came back home. And I was like, boom. So the tattoo worked out to get her to come back home, because I felt like I had to do something, which was, don't ever do this, y'all. Don't ever get a tattoo to keep somebody. It's a horrible idea. So I was young and I was stupid. But anyway, she came back home. And of course the relationship didn't work out. You know, we just weren't in a good place. We just didn't need to be together. That's just the bottom line. Like, the relationship and what we had in the beginning and the fire and the sparks and all of that had been gone. And the tattoo didn't make that come back. You know what I'm saying? When she came back, we still were very distant. We weren't close to each other at all. I mean, we looked good. We looked good together. We looked good in front of our friends, but it wasn't a healthy relationship. Like, we didn't have any type of closeness, togetherness, intimacy like you should in the relationship, you know what I'm saying? And we had this disconnect before she left, and we picked up right where we left off when she came back. Still a disconnect. All we were basically were roommates that were best friends, and that's it. And I had this tattoo on my arm, you know what I'm saying? Like, I had the tattoo on my arm, and I thought that was really gonna save the relationship. And all it did was just buy us a little more time together. You know what I'm saying? Being under the same roof, being in the same state, that kind of thing. But nothing good came out of it. It didn't. You know, and eventually I had to get it covered up. And I probably can't see it, but I got it covered up with a movie reel. I need to get it touched up again, but I got it covered up with a movie reel, since filmmaking is my love and my life, right? So yeah, y'all, don't ever get a tattoo to keep somebody, because it ain't gonna work. You know, it's gonna be temporary more than likely. So no more names for me. I'm done. One and done, for real. I'm cool on that. So it's so good. I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, y'all. Again, it's a very quick video at the end on how I made this sauce that includes my good as can be seasonings. If you want to purchase the seasonings, please go ahead and tap the link in the description. If you want some of the chime sauce, go ahead and do the same, because the sauce is fire. It's so good. One of the best I've ever had. You can put it on anything. Your steaks, your salad, your tacos, your seafood, anything, for real. So I'm about to go ahead and get up out of here, because it is a busy, busy day. It's a busy Monday. I hope you guys are doing well. And I'll be back in a couple of days. I promise you I will. Make sure you turn your notifications on and set them to all. And I want one thing from you. Be good to yourself, y'all. Peace. Let's go ahead and get into the butter sauce. So I started things off with 1 stick of butter and let that melt down in the skillet. And once that was just about done melting down, I added in some veggie stock. I added in a very small amount, but you can add in more if you'd like. And feel free to use whatever kind of stock that you prefer. And next up, I added in some minced garlic. I added in 2 teaspoons. You can use fresh garlic, minced garlic, whatever your preference is. And you can also use half the amount. So you want to make sure you do everything to your taste. So now we're moving on to the seasoning. This is the good as can be jalapeno garlic pepper. I added in 1 teaspoon. So you could do a whole teaspoon, half a teaspoon, whichever you prefer. Giving that a good stir. Mixing everything around. And next up, we're going to move on to the Cajun lemon pepper. Okay, so I also added in a teaspoon of this seasoning as well. Again, you can do half the amount or do 1 teaspoon. Want to make sure everything is to your liking. So I'm giving this a nice stir, getting everything mixed around before I go ahead and add in a fresh element. I wanted to kind of brighten up the sauce a little bit, so I added in a handful of cilantro. And going to let that go ahead and cook down for a minute. I took half a lemon, squeezed as much juice as I could from this lemon in the sauce. As you can see, it's brightening up. The color has changed up a little bit because of the Cajun lemon pepper, and everything is just cooking down. You can see the cilantro is cooked down a bit. So I got as much juice as I could. And then what we're going to do now is go ahead and transfer this over into a bowl. So this is the sauce. I am putting it in my glass bowl. You can see all that cilantro. I'm telling you, the cilantro really added a nice flavor profile to it. I took half an orange, squeezed the juice. And you can add in another sweet element if you want to do brown sugar or honey to kind of bring up the sweetness, you can. And that also knocks off some of the tang. If you try it, let me know what you think. Thank you so much for watching.
I be beaming, I be booming down that block, down that block.